We are teenagers in the Baltimore Speaks Out program. This semester we learned about photography and explored the community through taking pictures. We discovered that our community might not be what you expect. Everyone that lives here has a unique life story that contributes to making this community special. We took a look into the lives of different community members to get a better idea of what makes Northwest Baltimore the place that it is.
My name is Fredrik Jantan Virtudis. I am 14 years old. I live in Sansa Road. It's near Pikesville High School, my school. I was born in a Southeast Asian country in the Philippines. The capital, Manila, in the Philippines is like a bit New York-ish. It has less trees, more trash, and like more pollution. Like at 5 a.m., it's like the highways are already filled with cars. Unlike here, it's very quiet and nice and lots of trees and less trash. I lived there until I was about 6th grade, then I moved here. It wasn't really difficult because it's not really that hard to make friends and such. My family know a family that knows another family because we're Christian, so there's like this church meeting thing, like a group meeting, so I gather and just talk about God. There's a mix of people that live in my community: Hispanic, Asians, African Americans, and it's a Jewish community, so there's a lot of Jewish people there. It's not hard for me to live in a diverse community because I'm not really that judgmental or racist. I'm proud about my community because I live in a diverse community. The people there that live there are nice.
I'm Mrs. Virtudis. They call me Miss V. I'm a high school teacher. I teach at one of the schools in Baltimore City Public Schools, and I live in the Pikesville community. Filipino way of life is like, it's always community. There's no individualistic, maybe for some, but generally as a culture, we are like very much a community. When we first moved here, there's a lot of like Jewish people renting this area, and even if we don't know each other, they're very welcoming. There's no like you are Filipino or this, you are Jewish or this. We feel like we are all one community. If all of us agree on one thing about like environmental advocacy or cleanliness of the environment, something like that. So regardless of religious beliefs, we'll all be in one accord.
My name is Kenichi Tiffany McGuire, and I am 12 years old. I live on Ingleside Avenue. I live in a good community. It's surrounded by a little bit of bad communities. It's like an issue of violence, because is a lot of police cars that ride around my way. Like when I'm at the house, in my room at a certain time, like you will always hear a police car riding somewhere. Like it's not a lot to the point where it's labeled a bad neighborhood, but like it's every once in a while because every neighborhood is not perfect. My community has a little playground down the street. It looks like nobody plays there, but we do. So I would like them to rebuild the playground. And it's not really like a neighborhood basketball court. That's why it's like a little bit of violence sometimes because kids don't have anything else better to do. The thing that makes me proud about my community is like sometimes if you go near other communities, you may see a lot of trash and things like that. But for the most part, my community keeps the trash up and stuff. Well, kids, I think they see our community as boring because it's quiet. But adults, like if they were looking for a place to live, they might call it a nice community.
My name is Chike Oranye, and I work here. It's people encouraging people, and we are community-based psychiatric rehabilitation program. Our office is just off of Reisterstown Road. I moved to the United States in the year of 2001. When I first moved in here, I was really shocked at the level of helplessness that I saw. The greatest issue facing the Park Heights community is poverty, addiction, and also the lack of job that people could work and feel useful. The other thing is going from the Reisterstown Road, going down from Northern Parkway, you see many houses boarded up. On Park Heights Avenue too, you have these big warehouses, and then all you find around there is mostly liquor stores, and it's the center of the highest drug activity in the community. And so that really, it doesn't give the community a good shot at, recovering. There's a great potential for the community to be much more than it is now. I feel part of the folks that are dedicated to trying to make the quality of life higher for people and help those who are accepting of help. It's really a multifaceted approach. No single solution will work for Park Heights. So if there are more investments in the community, investment in the people, the availability of more programs, especially those that will be, programs that will try to keep school kids from skipping schools and staying in schools, a program that will help them with re-entry and help them get jobs that employers are willing to employ them and give them a shot, so that people, begin to get invested in the community.